Right, so here is our first market to review for the month of November 2023. And of course, it's none other than the US dollar. Now, as we have also shared last month, we're also looking now at the 12-month time frame just so we could assess what the calendar or what the candle, not really calendar, what the candle would look like as it ends the year 2023. Now, here in dollar, as you'd see, it's quite pretty much on a range using a 12-month time frame. And for the past year, um, it's relatively weak, I would say, compared to last year. And it's still holding up this quite a rally for the past 3 years since the pandemic had happened. Now, what we're trying to understand is whether or not this rally would still sustain its legs, or it's time for a closer or a weak close for the dollar, and then potentially going to go down and hit the bottom of the support for the year. Now, I'm going to be using the pivot point, which is the reason why this is my favorite indicator, and this is the name of the Substack. Now, I'm just going to be selecting the yearly time frame so that we could see what's the price that the dollar has to maintain or sustain for the year. So I could still see that from the bias, what price should it sustain. So now we're going to be selecting that, and according to the pivot, it's going to be 104 price, where we could see that if it's still sustained, the bullish bias would still be my go-to bias for the dollar. And currently, it's at 105.069. Now, again, from a monthly or from a yearly time frame, the bias is still bullish. Now we're going to go a bit granular here using the monthly time frame to see where we could potentially, enter that same bias. And as you would see here, and I think I've discussed that in length from the past monthly charting, is that I'm still looking at this price at around, or this fair value gap over here, and it's around 109 to 107, which it actually hit a bit of a resistance when the price hit, I think, last month, October. Now, and it hit this badly. Now, we're seeing that the dollar again is approaching. It's quite a strong rejection, actually, for just for the first couple of days. We're seeing that it might again retest this support area, quite a strong retest, or area of support, actually. As you can see here, it's quite a generational, or quite since 2016, that this is a level of support, or resistance turn support price that we need to watch out for. Now, it can be a make or break. When I say make or break, uh, how the price is or has closed this week seems to be that it needs to show that it can support this price and then hit another high up, so the bullish rally could still be sustained, as what we have seen from the yearly time frame. I'm just going to get my brush up here. Now, what I'm seeing here is this price should be sustained, and then for this one to be revisited, and then of course it's up to the dollar if it wants to stay in that way and continue higher, or potentially it gets hit the fair value gap to retest and then go back down. Okay, it's a lot of options there. But again, if we're looking at the bullish scenario, which is what I'm currently still holding up with the dollar, the 104 price has to be sustained. And if it can be an interesting week next week for dollar, and if this price would be its lowest value for the month, it might be able to revisit this price action. Right, so let's see how we go then by this November.